Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our class. This is Teacher Daisy, and we're going to learn this time Chapter 12, Lesson 1. Okay, so this lesson focuses on ways why we are all part of American culture. Okay, if you have your books with you, kindly open it on page 338. Lesson 1, Cultural Holidays. So I'm going to show you a PowerPoint presentation for you to go over with me as I'm going to do the talking. Okay, let's start. Chapter 12, Lesson 1, Cultural Holidays. Okay, I have here some pictures for you to remember or get ideas on what are holidays, cultural and celebrations you have. Okay, in many different parts of the world, we have all different kinds of celebration. Okay, example, here in Thailand, you have the Songkran holiday. Okay, Songkran holiday, it's gonna be 3 to 1 week days of celebration about good life, about water, and about blessings. Okay, we all know that culture is a way of life. And now we're gonna learn about what are these cultural holidays celebrated in America. Okay, a holiday is a time to celebrate a special event or person. Okay, so this is one day or 2 days or more that people are going to celebrate, and then usually this time we don't have work, or we are like staying at home. We don't even go to school because it's a time to celebrate for a special event. Special events, it's either in the nation or in a particular place. Okay, holidays are one way people share their cultures. Okay, during holidays, people think about ideas that are important to them. Okay, they are it helps people celebrate their history or way of life. Okay, so for example, there is one holiday celebrated in America, and it's called Kwanzaa. Okay, Kwanzaa. Then it's not only the American people celebrated their own kind of holidays, but there are ethnic group celebrating their own cultural holidays, and they're living in America, so they call it Kwanzaa. Okay, it's like a celebration of family gathering. Okay, they are gathered together, and the celebration is what we call celebrating the principle. Okay, it's a basic truth. It's called unity and faith, that are two Kwanzaa truth. Okay, when they're celebrating it, they are celebrating in unity. So the family are gathering together, and they have this what we call principle. It's the basic truth or the basic foundation of their family. So as you can see here, most of their celebration, you can see different kinds of fruits. Okay, you have there apples, grapes, bananas, and even oranges. Okay, so this is the center of their food. Okay, not any other food, but mostly fruit. Okay, and mostly Kwanzaa are celebrated by African American people. Okay, you see here the black people, African American people. These take part in Kwanzaa to celebrate the African heritage. Okay, they are celebrating their culture, their heritage, their way of life, how this family gathered together to celebrate what we call Kwanzaa. The holiday starts on December. Okay, December 26th. And last for 7 days. So it's the same as the Songkran celebration, that mostly family gathered together and celebrated for 7 days. So this Kwanzaa celebration is also celebrated within December 26 for 7 days. So probably if 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 31, and then January 1. Okay, that's the, if for us like Christian, we are, or like the whole world celebrating New Year. Okay, also the African American people, they are celebrating Kwanzaa. Okay, and they talked about their principle in life, how they have like become successful in getting their independence toward American people. Okay, so it's the unity and faith, they celebrated it. And then, have you seen here the picture that I posted, the 7 candles? Okay, people light candles for each of the 7 principles. Okay, they talked about these 7 principles. The night before Kwanzaa ends, family and friends gather for this feast. Okay, you see that. So these 7 candles, it celebrated the truth and the principles. So Kwanzaa candles, it has 7 candles, stands for 7 principles symbolic of the African people and their struggles. Okay, long time ago, as we have learned during our past lessons, that how African people gained their independence. Remember that most of them are being slaved. Okay, and they are deprived from being who they are. They cannot even vote. They cannot even participate in the government because of their status in life. Okay, so just recently they have been given the chance to join the government by the help of Nelson Mandela. Remember? Okay, remember this man that we have learned before in our past lesson. Okay, they have these 3 colored candles. Okay, the red candles symbolize the bloodshed for African people's struggle for freedom. Remember those people who are fighting for their lives, okay, to become free from slavery and from being captured by American itself, American people, not the black American, but the white American people. They became slaves. So that is why when they put on the red candles, it symbolizes the bloodshed, okay, how they struggle and fight for their freedom. And the black, it's the center of all candles. It symbolizes the people. Okay, remember what color they are. They are black. So they put on the black candle to symbolize the people of Africa. And then the green symbols, it symbolizes the fertile land, okay? That is why it's somewhat like the celebration of festivities and their harvest, okay? How they have like successfully do their work in their field. So that is why this Kwanzaa has a very important part of their life, okay? There are 7 candles, as what I have told you, the 7 candles, okay? Red candles, 3 stands, that symbolizes the bloodshed of African people, and then the black candle symbolizes the people, and the green candle symbolizes the fertility of their land wherein they can harvest with their own. And that is why they have put on some different vegetables and fruits to their food platter. Okay, now let's go over. Okay, holidays still. Okay, do you know what kind of holiday is this? Not only the Chinese people are celebrating this. Okay, so also Chinese people living in America, even here in Thailand, we have what we call the Chinatown. Every year the Chinese people celebrated this Chinese New Year. Okay, the Chinese New Year. And they have what we call Ong Pao. Okay, so mostly these Chinese people, they always give this red envelope and then put something there like money. Okay, long time ago when I have my students given me this kind of envelope, and inside not only money but also like sweets, candies. Okay, now You see that they are doing the dragon dance. Okay, so when you are going to celebrate this, people celebrated this kind of celebration around the world. They always have this dragon dance. Okay, it usually begins in January and then or February. It depends. Depending on the year it falls. Okay, and then red is an important color of the holiday. Okay, it brings good luck to them, so that is how they believed in. And then adults give money like this, as you can see here. They give money to put in the red envelopes, and then they also light red candles. Okay, and then during the night they have what we call the fireworks. Okay, fireworks is stands for putting away some bad luck or some bad vibes for all the year. Okay, that is how they celebrated this Chinese New Year. And even like we are not Chinese, but we can participate in the celebration. Okay, so number one, let's go back again. The first holiday that they have celebrated in America is what we call the Kwanzaa. Okay, after that, they have also the Chinese New Year. Okay, Chinese New Year, mostly they're wearing Chinese costumes, lighted candles, and then fireworks, and even have their dragon dance. Okay, and after that, they have a lot of eating and then dancing. Okay, that is how they celebrated the holidays. Okay, now let's go. Okay, let's move on. Let's go now to our third celebration. Okay, so we are not only learning about the cultural holidays. Okay, we also learn today the religious holidays. Okay, not only culture about culture, like the African culture and the, what is the second? The Chinese. Okay, so this time we are going to learn about religious holidays. It's a time for people to think about and practice their beliefs. Okay, so for example, here we have the Jews. Okay, the Jewish people. It's a religious wherein the time have to think and practice their beliefs. Often people attend special services in their places. Okay, for example, worship time. Okay, not only like during special events, but during worship time, they celebrated this holiday. Okay, number one here, we called it Rosh Hashanah. Okay, Rosh Hashanah is looking ahead to the new year with hope. So as we are celebrating New Year, these Jewish people, they call it Rosh Hashanah to celebrate New Year. They are always hoping for the best for the next year, success in life, and good vibes will come into their lives. So they call it Rosh Hashanah. Okay, Rosh Hashanah is an important holiday for Jews. Okay, Jewish people. It marks the Jewish New Year and takes place in the fall. Okay, during Rosh Hashanah, Jews think about the past year. Okay, they think about the past year and then they look ahead for the new year. So they're always thinking what they have done during the past year. And then is it like they're doing good thing or they're doing bad thing? And then the following year, they are looking forward that those bad things will not be going to do again for the new year. So that is why they're always looking for hope. Always looking for New Year. And whatever they have done during the past year, they will not do it again. So how they celebrated Rosh Hashanah? First, they have these sliced apples. Okay, sliced apples symbolizes for good health. Okay, with this pomegranate fruit here. And then they have this honey. It's sweetness around the family. Okay, celebrated to have like sweetness and closeness. And then the bread. Okay, they have this baked bread for them to share together with the family. So this is what usually the Jewish people have to put on their table, okay? The apples and pomegranate, the honey, and then they have this bread wherein it has sesame seeds, or sometimes they don't have it, as long as they have this big bread where they can share with the whole family. Okay, and then what they have to do with this food, okay? The first thing is they have to eat the food using the apples dipped into the honey, okay? How does it taste like? Apples dipped into the honey, so with like a little bit sour thing, put in the sweet things. So they are doing it to symbolize good health and sweetness together for the new year to come. And this tradition expresses their hope and sweet year, okay? So they're always looking for a good year. So sometimes in our celebration for New Year, we always put things that will give us hope, okay? Like the fruits, or even like fish, because we believe that those things will give us good luck for the next year. Or like we always put some like money, okay, the circle fruit thing there on top of our table to celebrate. And we believe, but the most important thing is we always trust God. Okay, our future depends on God. Okay, whatever we celebrate, how we celebrate it, as long as we trust God, that's the most important thing, because God, our lives is in His hands. So whatever is coming, whatever ahead of us, God is in control. So we always trust God, okay? Not on the thing that we have to put on our table, but we have to trust God, okay? Now, the next religious celebration, as all we have celebrated around the world, is what we call the Christmas time, okay? The Christmas time. So even here in Thailand, not totally all the people are celebrating Christmas, but then in America and other parts of the world, they are celebrating Christmas, okay? It's celebrated on the 25th of December. So we believe, or they believe, that it marks at the birth of Jesus, okay? So it's celebrated every 25th of the month. So usually during the 24th, we started celebrating it, as we all know that it's like the Christmas Eve, okay? We have this sharing of gifts, okay? Giving presents, and then celebrated with family with all the food put on top of our table. So all we know that Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, okay? As we can hear that from the song, Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. So we believe that 2,000 years ago, Jesus was born, okay? And that is why it's always remembered how Jesus came into the world and then give us hope, give us life, and saved us from all our sins. So in different parts of the world, Christians have different Christmas traditions, okay? As what I have said, they will giving gifts, okay? Like sometimes money, or even like toys, dress, or like cakes, or whatever gifts they can share with their family. So we also celebrate that in our classroom, right? So we are all sharing, and then we also play and everything that we enjoy, and we remember that Jesus was born to give us hope and give us life, okay? So we have also decorations. We don't always forget that the symbols of Christmas, okay? But the most important, the symbol is Jesus. But this thing like the Christmas tree, Christmas balls, Christmas light, food, and everything are only some parts that we need to celebrate Christmas, because without them, we don't feel that it's Christmas. So mostly people celebrated with all these things in their homes, okay? So now let's go over to the next religious holiday. We have here the Ramadan, okay? The Ramadan celebrated this yearly religious holiday for Muslims, okay? Muslims, they have do it somewhat like, it depends upon what month of the year. So they started celebrating from sunrise to sunset, okay? From sunrise to sunset, and they fast, okay? Or they do not eat, okay? They do not eat. So they believe that Muhammad was the founder of Islam, okay? Muhammad is the founder of Islam. He believed about 1,004 years ago, 1,400 years ago, Ramadan lasts for 1 month, okay? And then they think about their faith also. So they do not even eat. At sunset, each of them gather together and then they share food. So what they have done, done for the whole month, they have always praying. Okay, the whole day praying without even eating. Sometimes they don't even drink water for the whole day. Imagine that. For 1 month, okay? That is way of cleansing their body from bad things, okay? Not only physically, but spiritually. They prayed to their God, okay? And most of them gathered together with family and friends. And then they want that this kind of fasting will give them clean body and soul, not only physical, but their spiritual. And during the night, they gathered together to eat their food, okay? So they cook very nice food, a lot of food for them to share. Because, you know, for the whole day, they don't even eat and they don't even drink water. So during the night, at sunset, they started eating and celebrated for the whole family. And then, by morning again, during the sunrise, they don't eat again. And then, the work will go on every day until 1 month, okay? So it's a huge feast, marks end of the Ramadan. Usually they celebrated it every September or October. It depends what the Ramadan falls on, okay? So that is why these people have celebrated different kinds of activities and celebrations like holidays, okay? So here, as I have tell you a while ago, different people living in America has different kinds of celebration. They have the cultural celebration and they have also this religious holidays. Okay, we will do a recap. Okay, number 1, in different kinds of people living in America, the Kwanzaa are celebrated by African American. Okay, the Kwanzaa are celebrated by African American. So I will do the fast moving. And then after that, the Chinese, they are celebrating Chinese New Year. Okay, Chinese New Year. And then we have also these Jewish people. They celebrated Rosh Hashanah. And then the Christians. Okay, the Christians itself, they celebrated Christmas. And the Muslims, they are celebrating Ramadan, okay? These are the cultural and then the religious activity that most of the people around in America, living in America, have celebrated. So, we all know that these different people coming to America, they also celebrated with their own religious activity, okay? So for this lesson, we all know that the main idea for celebrating these holidays are faith, principle, religions, culture, and then family. Okay, most of this celebration talk about family. They are hoping for the good future and they celebrate this to remember a special event. Okay, so they always do this every year as part of their culture. So for us to remember that whatever part of the culture that we have to learn, we always celebrate it, and we don't need to forget that these are part of our lives. Okay, these are part of our lives, and we should always remember that it will give us ideas, or even we can share it with our future children, how we have to celebrate and remember these holidays, wherein it mold our own lives. It molds how we are today, who we are today, and what we will become on the future. So always remember that celebrating these holidays give us a good life, and always remember that the best celebration that we always have is celebrating with Jesus. So guys, don't forget that everything we should always look forward and hope to our Savior Jesus Christ. Okay, so till next time, we will have to learn another lesson for the following weeks. So this will end our lesson for today. I hope you have learned something, and then tomorrow I will give you activity for you to do, and then on the description below of this video I will post on what is the important or what other facts that you can learn in the Kwanzaa and how they celebrated. So there's another video that I'm going to let you know, so that it will give you more idea of what is Kwanzaa all about. So I hope that today's lesson will give you wide information why we have to celebrate this kind of religious and cultural holiday. So until next time, don't forget to pray. Don't forget to ask Jesus that Jesus is the only way for our lives, why we have to give hope. Okay, till next time, see you again and goodbye.